And the first thing we want to touch on was the Tank Davis fight from this weekend. Woo! KO 8 of Frank Martin. My friend, tell us your thoughts about this fight.
I believe, didn't I say that Tank would get him out around the 8th round-ish? I think I put that on the video that I posted, the pre-fight. But, you know, it's weird. You know, Tank chased him, you know, because Frank Martin was hitting and then he would hit, elude. And we were trying to see how would Tank look against somebody that wasn't flat-footed and come straight at him. How would he fight somebody that was elusive? And, you know, Tank's an amazing fighter. I like Tank. I'm a big fan of Tank. It's just that I'm not a fan of him and the people he chooses to fight. Okay, this is his first, I won't say maybe his first African-American fighter he's fought. He doesn't like to fight slick fighters. He likes to fight fighters that will come straight at him. So the problem I have with this is that, yes, Tank looked good, but Frank Martin lost. If you saw his last fight, it looked like he lost that fight. But, you know, he got this Tank fight. He's supposed to fight Shakur Stevenson, chose not to fight him, took the fight with Tank because it's in-house. And, you know, Frank Martin probably won the first 6 rounds until Tank started coming on. And
the cards had him winning the first 3. The judges had him winning.
I haven't get more than that. You know what I'm saying? Be honest with you. But that's what Tank does. Tank loses and then comes back, just like Mario Barrios. Just like
he's a slow starter. He's a slow starter.
He likes to see what you're going to do, and then he's going to counteract. Now, the issue I have, yes, people are like, oh yeah, Tank's the man, Tank's this, Tank's that, but who's he fought? Okay, nobody knows who Frank Martin is unless you're a boxing fan. Okay, he hasn't fought any of the other champions. He hasn't fought, you know, any of the top-notch level of fighters. Yes, he fought Pitbull, but I mean, who is Pitbull? So
right, he's not that great.
And also when he fought Mario Barrios at 140, he drained him. He had a 10-pound rehydration clause, and Mario Barrios moved up to 147. He fought Ryan Garcia at a catch weight of 136, who he claimed was on steroids prior to that fight, and he had a rehydration clause on that. And then now he fights Frank Martin and puts a rehydration clause on him. If you saw Frank Martin in the weigh-in, he looked like PJ from the. He looked like a Tyrone Biggums. You know, he looked like 50 Cent for that crackhead role. Like he looked
not Tyrone Biggums.
Like he was tiny. Like Frank Martin looked like he was even. If you saw, there's a video of him saying, "Oh, you want to drink some water?" Tank's clowning him, saying, "You want to drink some water?" He's like, "No, I can't do that." You know, so he can make weight. He made weight, and he can't go higher than more than 10 pounds. So it's like I rock with Tank.
I don't know if you know Joe Rogan, but I smoke rocks.
Oh yeah, I'm telling you, man. He had a couple macadamia.
Had to give my
he had a couple macadamia nuts in his pocket. I tell you what. But I'm a fan of Tank, but fight somebody without these restrictions. Now you're saying, you know what? I want to be undisputed. I want to fight Lomachenko. Lomachenko, 36 years old. Okay, like why? What? Now you want to fight him when you was beefing with Mayweather prior? Mayweather was like, he was like, Tank, keep it up. I want to put him in there with Lomachenko. Why would you threaten a fighter to fight another fighter? Like, what kind of management is that?
That made no sense.
And Josh, you're right. You know what I'm saying? He doesn't want to fight Shakur Stevenson because Shakur will say, this is the plan, I think, for me with Tank. Fight Lomo, he gets that belt. Shakur should fight the other Ukrainian boxer who beat Navarrete, get that belt. So that's
Govzowski or whatever his name is.
Yeah, so that you'll have 2 fighters with 2 belts. Okay. They fight each other, so he was undisputed at 135. They should do that. That should be wrapped up by at least next summer, okay? Because Tank said he wants to fight November. If he beats Lomo, you know what I'm saying, he got 2 belts. This is Shakur Stevenson's last card on Top Rank. And now Mayweather saying he wants to sign Shakur Stevenson. If you look at Tank, he has Leonard Ellerby, who was Mayweather's right-hand man. Now he's with Tank. And then now we got what's his name? I'm saying too many times. But we got Floyd Mayweather signing Richard Schaefer, who was with Golden Boy. So he's his right-hand man now. So who knows? Floyd Mayweather, his organization might join DAZN, and he was trying to get Shakur Stevenson to sign with him. I'm not sure what's going to happen because Shakur wants the money. He should get the money. I think he will sign with somebody probably like an Eddie Hearn at Matchroom, so we can get that DAZN, get that exposure. But either way, we need to see Shakur Stevenson Tank Davis fight. That's the fight we need to see. Yes, you can fight Lomachenko, but this is not the same Lomachenko. Lomachenko's not good against boxers that come straight at him. We saw that with Orlando Salido. We saw that with Devin Haney. You know, we saw that with Teofimo Lopez. Lomachenko's good, but he doesn't like pressure fighters, and Tank's gonna chase you. Okay, and when Tank gets a hold of you, boom, you're going to sleep. So, and he might do a back.
Now we do have a mailbag question. And this comes from our dear friend at The Bottom Line Sports. So you can check that out at The Bottom Line Sports. Says that he believes Gervonta Tank Davis. This is Hot Take Jake. Believes Gervonta Tank Davis is a all-time. Okay, for you listen to the rest of what I have to say. He is already top 10 all-time.
How?
Gervonta Davis.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why. I don't know why he said it. I don't know why he mailed this in. He said he's going to be the next Floyd Mayweather, and he said to ask you, do you agree with him that Gervonta Davis is already top 10 all time? I told him I could think of 5 Mexicans, 5 Puerto Ricans, and at least 5 to 10 black fighters better than Gervonta Davis all time.
A couple white fighters also. No, he's not. At age 29, Tank Davis has 2 official belts, I believe, 130, 135. He's never been a unified champion, so he's only had 1 belt. I don't see how you can put him up there.
That's crazy. I said the same thing. I was like, what?
You know, Shakur Stevenson, Devin Haney, Teofimo Lopez, Lomachenko, all these guys have been unified champions. So that meaning having more than 1 belt. I don't understand how you can put him up there. You know, I like Tank Davis, but if you're going to say he's one of the best, name me a best he's fought, because you don't know who Frank Martin is. Okay.
Right.
Ryan Garcia never fought for a world champion besides Devin Haney fight, which he showed up overweight and he cheated. Okay. So Pedraza fight, yes, that was a good fight for Tank.
Don't say that too loud. You might piss some people off.
Well, because they're just because you take a picture with Trump and you're fake religious. This is my problem with Ryan Garcia. Okay, if he's so religious, how come he goes on tweets about he wants to take someone's wife and make their kids call him daddy? Where's his Christianity then? Okay, where's his Christianity when he tweets about I wanna go one-on-one with Devin Haney's mom? Where's his Christianity then? Where's his Christianity when he tweets about I had sex with Caleb Plant's wife? Where's his religion then? But then you want to say, oh, well, he's Christian. It's fine. No, shut up, man. Call it all out. All right. Ryan Garcia is going to get suspension pretty soon. He just tweeted he wants to retire. So that means that suspension is coming maybe a year, maybe 2 years. He's still young enough to get it back on track. So I just don't understand all this deriding when it comes to him. It's like the guy cheated. It is what it is. A lot of fighters have cheated. If you look at Eddie Reynosa, what up, Josh? Eddie Reynosa, he has like 5 fighters that he has trained or currently trained that have all popped for PEDs. Okay, so let's all talk about this. Tank is top 5. How? Who's the 5? I wouldn't know if Tank's top 5 pound for pound. Who was the 4 above him or around him? That's what I want to know.
Right now, where would you put him at your top pound for pound? Because before his fight, ESPN ranked him at number 7 behind Artur Beterbiev and above Shakur Stevenson.
Okay, so in no order. My top fighters. Okay, Inoue, the monster. Okay, Usyk, Bivol, Beterbiev, Terrence Crawford. Ben Rodriguez.
Definitely in the top 10. Canelo. I know you meant to.
Cherry picker, but Canelo.
Teofimo, maybe.
Lopez. Shakur. David Benevidez.
Your top 10.
I'm already at 10 right there. So where do
you put Gervonta in there then? Do you not rank him in the top 5?
Maybe like 11 or 12, I'm saying he's top 15 right now.
Okay. Not even top 10. Wow.
You got to fight somebody. You have to fight somebody. Okay? You look at all the people I named resume, their resume beats everybody that he's fought, So, and you got to understand, Tank had a chance to fight all these people, but at that time he said that belts didn't matter. So, because belts don't matter, he fought a certain style of fighter,
Yeah.
Ryan Garcia? Who's Ryan Garcia beating? Like Ryan Garcia. Yeah. Thank you, Josh. He's top 15. Yeah. He's top 15. 100%. Ryan Garcia has not beaten. Ryan Garcia fought one time for a world title and lost. Okay. He didn't make weight and he cheated. So how do you put him up there? Ryan Garcia hasn't done nothing in the sport. Pitbull. Okay. Pitbull, after he fought Tank, he got a belt. Okay. Barrios. Remember, he drained Barrios. He had rehydration clause on Barrios. And also Mayweather ran over to the corner and was talking to them, which is illegal to do during a fight, to say, because Tank was losing around the 7th or 8th round. So yes, he beat Barrios, but I mean, he drained Barrios. So
shout out to Adam Hurley. Thank you for all the comments. We appreciate it. Yeah. So he says, so if Tank were those guys' size, you don't think he beats them anyways, even if he fought them? Is the question there.
I mean, Tank could have fought Lomachenko years ago. He could have fought Shakur Stevenson. He could have already fought Devin Haney. Tank had the power to fight them because, remember, he said that belts don't matter, so he chose not to fight them. So Tank could already be number one pound for pound at this time, but he said belts don't matter, so he chose to fight certain fighters. It's kind of like Canelo Alvarez. Canelo Alvarez gets away with fighting people like Triple G past his prime. He gets away with fighting what's the Irish, not Irish guy, but the dude from England. When I was down in Nashville,
Callum Smith,
and people like that to not defend his belt and fight David Benevidez. So he's been afforded the opportunity not to fight the top fighters. You got to look at the opposition. I don't like the Monster Inoue. I understand that he hasn't been able to fight the top competition because there's not that much out there for him. Stephen Fulton,
right? That's different. Yeah, that's different. There's not that much, right?
Yeah, it's not that much, but they're there for Tank to fight, but he chose not to fight them. And now he wants to fight them, and he's 29 years old. Ryan Garcia, I give him credit because Ryan Garcia was only 24, 25 when he chose to fight Tank, and Tank was older. Devin Haney, this man was he was undisputed at age 24. Shakur Stevenson was a unified champion at age 23, 24 years old. So they did this at a young age because they want to be the best. Tank was like, okay, I'll just get a paycheck and fight certain type of fighters. Now he's damn near 30 years old and doesn't really have a prize fight. So that's why I put that in consideration. Absolutely right, Josh. And no parts.
Yeah, no. Oh my God. We all know that. He's been ducking and running from him forever. And David Benevidez even said after the last fight that he wants to still move back down and fight Canelo. But if not, then he'll, stay at light heavyweight. So what are you hearing on that?
Well, a lot of people are saying that David Benevidez was a bully, a weight bully at super middleweight, 168. He went to light heavyweight, fought the man that was a champion and lost to David Benevidez, Arthur Benevidez. I'm sorry, and
Arthur. Yeah.
Here's the thing. David looked good but he kind of faded in the later rounds. But I'm like, okay, this dude's 37 years old. I think David can get him a body.
But he also moved up in weight,
Yeah.
So
he's a monster. His style is coming straight. He's Mexican style, coming straight at you. But he, just like the Boo Boo Andre fight, in this fight, he was doing body shots. He was using angles to cut the ring off. He was doing a lot of things that not traditional Mexican style fighters do. Okay, he's gonna come straight at you, but if you try to go this way, he's gonna counter you, and give you a left hook or right hook or something like that to kind of keep you at bay. So he looked great at this fight. It's just the power. It didn't translate the way we thought it would do at light heavyweight, but I thought he still looked good. Now, is he going to stay there or is he going to go back down to 168? That's the question. I don't think he was a weight bully like everyone tries to say he is, saying that, he just goes down to 168. He can knock everybody out because he's just too big. But regardless of what he does, him versus Bivol that'd be very interesting. And Beterbiev, that'd be a very interesting fight. I don't know if I'd go with Benevidez for that fight, but that'd be a very interesting fight. To be honest with you, the person you need to watch for that moved up is David Morrell. David Morrell at at light heavyweight. That's the guy that I think Canelo really was ducking, besides Benevidez, because David Morrell will knock the race off your face. Okay, he was a Cuban nationalist. This guy was high level Cuban fighter. Ducked him for years, and then now he has to move up to another weight class. So I would love to see that fight, but he's fighting on the August 3rd fight card with Terrence Crawford.
Yeah, Adam, and that's what we've battled with forever. Clubber D and I have been having this show for a few years now and talking about it on the podcast and everything. And you're completely right. Canelo will not put that legacy on the line for anything. He's built it up over many years, and he's not willing to risk it all, as they say, to fight Benevidez. And we really wish that he would, because believe me, we've been wanting to see that fight for a long time. And like you mentioned, the power did not necessarily translate in this move, but he can always train more and obviously gain strength and all of these things too if he stays up in the light heavyweight division. Get better. You did mention Garcia, so we do want to update everybody. The B sample was opened on May 22nd to be analyzed. The first sample that came back was positive for ostarine, which you're not allowed to have even a little bit as a boxer. Devin Haney stated that. But he was cleared of the Nandro, the nano, whatever it is, androstenedione. So now we're waiting on the B sample information to come back, and I hear you have news on this. No, but I mean news on what the outcome is going to be for that.
Yeah, so Ryan Garcia today tweeted that he might retire because they already said that the ruling should come within the next few days because it's been taking forever.
Okay.
He had 60 times the limit you're supposed to have in your body. I'm still kind of fishy on that Android 19, whatever it is. That's because that's an anabolic steroid. There are small traces of that, but there wasn't on the B sample. And then Ryan Garcia tried to say it was ashwagandha. They said, hell no, we don't have that in our stuff. We tried to say it was two different supplements. They said, hell no, that ain't in our stuff. So he's been doing all this weird stuff, trying to divert from the matter of him getting suspended. He just, like I said, he tweeted today that he might retire. So that just means that the commission is probably coming down with their stuff pretty soon. He probably knows what it is. Amir Khan, 2 years suspension for having that in the system. And he had way over what Amir Khan had, and that was in the UK. So, agree, Josh. Yeah. David Brown, he's legit. So, I think Garcia probably will get probably just a 1 year. I don't think they're gonna give him 2 years. I think they're giving him 1 year suspension. But they're dragging this out, and I don't like how the boxing culture is acting like it didn't happen. Because he shows up to the Tank fight with a shirt that says "rematch me," and Tank is all being his buddy, like, "Oh yeah, whatever. We'll see what happens." Dude, the dude's a cheater. Like, why? I don't understand. Like him, it's not just him. You got Big Baby Jarrell Miller who tested positive like 3 times, and he's still fighting Andy Ruiz. Not Andy Ruiz. Andy Ruiz on the card in all third. Like, he's a known cheater. Like, you guys just don't care. This is ridiculous. Spence and Haney came together. We're like, why are y'all entertaining a cheater like this? It doesn't make sense. And boxing is one of those sports where it's not like baseball where you can take a drug or whatever and get a better edge, but you still got to swing the bat. You still got to have the hand-eye coordination. Boxing, you're going there against somebody and you're trying to hurt them. So when you cheat, it holds a different weight. Okay, it's kind of like when Brock Lesnar fought Mark Hunt at UFC. I think it was 200. No, it wasn't 200. It was UFC in New York, and Brock Lesnar sued the UFC because they knew he had steroids.
It was 200, I thought.
Was it 200? It could have been 200. Yeah,
I think that was 200. It was 200.
The green camp. Yeah. So Mark Hunt sued the UFC and won because they knew that Brock Lesnar was roided up, and they still let him fight. So it's like you can't do that stuff, man. And your commission will come down.
What do you think? And so, what do you think about what Adam says here? He'd like to see Garcia move up to 160 and fight my boy from Nashville, Caleb Plant.
I would love that because, Caleb Plant will have to move down because Caleb Plant's at 168. I'm sure Caleb Plant would do that because Ryan Garcia got a beer thrown at him by Caleb Plant because he's going around saying that he smashed Caleb Plant's wife. That's not the first person he said that to. He said that about Earl Spence, said that about George Cambosa, but Christian man. So you talk like that, and Caleb Plant said in an interview, I know he needs help, but he's going to find it if he keeps it up. So Caleb Plant said it. He's going to find the help he needs if he keeps that shit up. So,
I didn't hear that. That is
because Caleb Plant threw the beer at him, and he whipped behind his bodyguard, then tried to act tough. And it's just like, dude, you're supposed to be X, Y, and Z. You know what I'm saying? You talking about you have sex with people's wives and X, Y, and Z, and these same fans that want to say, "Oh, he's innocent, he's this," they don't want to talk about this part of Ryan Garcia. You know, leading up to the fight, we all thought something was off about him, but then he goes after he whooped Devin Haney, he's like, "Oh, you know, I was faking it the whole time. It was just a joke." And then now it's the mental health again. Like you can't play the boy cried wolf. I can't do that. That's the one thing I don't like about Ryan Garcia. I can't stand that.
And so actually, that's funny that you say that. So we have a mailbag question from Third Eye Illumination. It's a great username, and they ask: Ryan Garcia was recently arrested for trashing a Beverly Hills hotel. The mailbag user goes on to say that he actually tweeted back in April that he would be arrested on this day and was then arrested. Do you think this is proof of the Illuminati, or do you think Garcia went out and got arrested because he said he was going to that day?
Well, this is around the same time he put out that his mother had breast cancer. And I don't know if there's any correlation. I just think it's Ryan Garcia being Ryan Garcia. He said that he knows about Bohemian Grove and all these other weird things. I could be wrong about the Bohemian Grove, but he says he knows about the elites in Hollywood and all this stuff. And I'm like, if you know about this stuff, where's your tell-all? Where's your Barbara Walters interview? You keep saying you know something, Alex Jones. Say something. Where's the proof at? I can say I know a lot, but where's the proof? Okay, so your ass got drunk.
And I think that's why,
No, I'm saying his ass got drunk in a hotel and banged his head. Banged his head with what is it? A motorcycle helmet against the walls, spray painted, whatever. Got caught and they took your dusty ass to jail. That's basically what it is. I mean, come on. Take your ass
so
to
it's
jail.
not a conspiracy. He did not already know he was going to get arrested beforehand because there is some Illuminati conspiracy.
No, he is doing everything to divert from this punishment he's going to get from the commission. That's all it is. It's all a show. This dude is a joke, man. It's a joke.
All right. Well, moving on. Couple more topics here before we log off for the night. But Deontay Wilder, unfortunately, got knocked the hell out. You got knocked the fuck out, Smokey, by Zhayli Wang. I'm about to call him the damn UFC fighter. By Zhayli Zhang. It wasn't good. He got knocked out. And then right after that, he took another knock to the blow as his fiance or ex-fiance is now accusing him of domestic violence. What are your thoughts on Wilder? Should he retire like everybody, Anthony Joshua, Andrew Ruiz, all encouraging him to retire? Or does he need to keep fighting because his apparently future ex-wife is going to take money from him?
Well, first and foremost, everyone listening, I appreciate everybody who hopped on when Mel was on, and the people that still stuck with us. You know,
salute. We appreciate
that. Quite a bit of you guys, so I appreciate y'all. You're gonna get a video of me talking about Deontay Wilder this week. Okay, it's already in the vault. We're just waiting to publish this. But here's the thing. Wilder's pre this girlfriend Wilder, he was a different Wilder. This one, there's rumors of infidelity, that she was actually creeping on him with someone else. I was reading a lot of teachers about this. You never saw her with this lead up to this Yang fight. You never saw him with her. Every other fight, she was right with him. You know what I'm saying? Training and doing all this other stuff. I personally thought that once he got her, she looked amazing and kind of Instagram model-ish. So he went all in on Captain Kirkin for her and having her in every interview and all these other things, and didn't really focus as much. Now that now that he's been losing, and he went out like he literally did a spin of Rooney. Okay, he played Ring Around the Rosie with that punch. Zhang hit him.
That shit was bad, yo. Where was he going? Okay, so people say that he got his foot stepped on, and that's why he turned around.
No, it wasn't. No. First of all, shout out to 17%. Oh, you can't see it. 17% drip, black-owned glass maker, Black Panther glass. Anyways, so he should definitely retire. Okay, it's not looking good for him. And when he got hit, he did a spin of Rooney, looked around. I dropped my keys, turned around, and Zhang said, "Here, take another one to go." Okay,
he said, right, "Come here." He was looking the complete other way.
Like it was bad. And Malik Scott is probably not the trainer for him. Okay, he's not the trainer.
Hasn't been good so far.
He is not the trainer for him. Okay,
he's lost 4 out of 5 fights. He's lost 4 out of 5 fights.
And Robert Helenius fight was not even really a fight. That was like, you know what I'm saying, show up, get knocked down, see you later type deal. You know what I'm saying? Like it is what it is. So I would say for me, for Wilder, I'm also a big fan of Wilder. And you're gonna see in the interview. Okay, check out BALLandBUDS, or you can check out Clubber D on TikTok. But check out BALLandBUDS because we're gonna post it. All right. I got a video on a little short on Deontay Wilder. Okay, check it out. It's coming out this week. Wilder is something we'll probably never see again, and I'll explain that in the video. That's all I'm gonna say. But yeah, it's just nice. I think that the limelight's got to him. But you get the new girl, you get the new all this money, and you're in a different stratosphere that you were before. And the problem with Deontay Wilder, the second fight with Tyson Fury, when he fired Mark Breland, who was a gold medalist, one of the best, amateur fighters of all time. When he fired Mark Breland, downhill. Shout out to Malik Scott. Malik Scott's I like him as a person, but no, he's
everything's been downhill since he switched trainers. But to be honest, as much as we're talking about him having to retire, I mean, if he still needs to make money to support his family, obviously we know his backstory. He started fighting because obviously he has a special needs child that needs that extra, care and attention and money. So, whatever he does, God bless. I love Deontay Wilder. I've always loved him as a fighter, even though he was never a boxer, even though we know he didn't have the technical skills needed in a boxing ring, even though we know we were just looking for him to land that one, knockout blow. Good on him for as long as he fought, as well as he fought for being, not classically trained, and fighting for his family. You got to big up a man that does that.
It's true. I mean, I'm a big fan.